welcome to our very chill
Are we?
yapping hour.
Oh, hi. Welcome to twitch.tv/Divine Bones Zeros over there. Catch it. Go long.
Catch it.
And welcome to another OC Yappy Hour for January 2025.
First one of the year, I think.
Yeah. We didn't. Yeah, it's the first month of the year.
Yeah,
we didn't do one before this, so. Welcome to it. Happy birthday to my friend Rig, and happy birthday to me on Friday. And happy birthday to MJ on Sunday after that. And
is it on Sunday?
Is it? Hold on. I have it on my calendar. Yeah, it's on Sunday. And happy birthday today to my friend Sean, and happy birthday a couple days ago to my friends Coco and Zombie. Happy birthday a couple days before that to my friend Flay. There's a lot of fucking January birthdays. That's neither here nor there.
For all of you and your January birthday.
A fuckload. Yeah, happy fucking late January birthday blast to all who it applies to. Yup. And yeah.
And screw all you summer birthday people.
Screw all you summer sons of bitches.
You summer sons of bitches.
Yeah. And yes, we're all gonna talk about our projects. Pro can't join us this time because their power went out. Their power was just out like a good hour before this, so this is very sorry. Hi Crow from Vodland. We wish you the bestest, and we'll see you later.
We wish you a happy birthday as well.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. Definitely. We're moving your birthday to January 20th. We're moving your birthday to right now.
Yeah, we there's too much clunked up space around your birthday. We have to move you to January.
Yeah, sorry I didn't get you anything for your birthday, which is today. I really snuck up on me. I don't know. Hey, talk about your projects.
Whoa. This project, where'd it go?
Sorry,
again?
dying.
Why does it keep popping off of my screen? There it is.
Say,
You're real. There it is.
I'm real.
It's you.
Lyra's the first one up to bat.
It's because my voice is dying.
Because they're dying really bad today.
Yeah.
Is this so that she can leave instantly after this?
I mean, I'll listen. I'll still be here. And I'll give feedback. That's the deal.
You just won't be chitty chatty.
I just won't be as chatty as most other times. So, because speaking hurts.
Chatty batty.
Yeah.
Oh, ow. Oh my god.
But what did I say? I'm kicking ass though. It's fine.
Oh, my hip just cracked really bad.
Oh no.
Man.
Oh, the frick, man.
Oh yes, sorry we started an hour late. Your streamer is in immense physical pain.
My body's trying to kill me.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's okay. It's good.
Okay.
You're fine. Let's get this bread.
Like when Wade broke his hand while playing Uno.
Oh, damn it.
Uno.
Okay.
I don't have Uno.
You have Uno!
It's free on Roblox.
It's free on It's Lyra's turn.
It's Lyra's
I know,
turn.
sorry. What's
How do I... Why is my toolbar messed up?
breathing is on manual.
Oh no.
So.
No good.
Anyway. Okay. So If I remember correctly, what the fuck is on my finger? You guys asked me what the dirt was last time.
I wanted to know the dirt of your world.
Yeah,
dirt of the world.
we wanted to get down to the dirt like little wormies.
Well, we're gonna revel in the dirt tonight.
Yum.
Dirt.
We're gonna feast on the dirt, and the dirt just so happens to be the story Beasts of the Wilds, the only one I probably haven't written. Sorry, my brain is very I'm discombobulated, so I apologize if I speak weird. But Beasts of the Wilds, it's probably the only story out of all of them that I haven't written, not including the last one. I have all of the scenes planned out and stuff like that in my head. I did write down an entire plotline, which I think I threw in my dump folder on the Discord. But yeah, so the dirt. Yeah, dirt's not happy. Dirt's kind of gets into some tough topics as well, which I'm navigating as carefully as possible. So, first settings of the story. Takes place in Tirliguin Valley, also known as the town where all roads begin. The valley is home to a large community of people that come from 3 locations: Hopewell, Memory, and Bradensbrook. Hopewell is a melting pot of people from around the world, so you can find like any type of fantasy person there. Hopewell has become a staple place for a lot of travelers, adventurers. Part of me wants to come up with a different name for that, but I'm not worried about it at the moment. It's also like the primary port in the center of Mescos, which I'll have a map on the next page. Memory is a small little religious community that follows Lady Nemus, made up of like Ilwyn elves. And then Bradensbrook used to be the home of the Aliza tribe, which are also Ilwyn elves, that were known as Weavers. Full title, Weavers of the Wilds. So this is a little map of where like the story takes place. It starts in Hopewell. It primarily focuses in that little valley where Hopewell is located in Memory. It does go down to Katona for a little bit, because that's where a very specific like big organization is located. And I'll explain the organization when it comes to plot stuff. And then it moves a little ways up towards Avalon. And I named the city Suramasta only because that's like the prime antagonist location, but a lot of stuff happens in the foresty areas between the valley and where Suramasta is located, so like that half of Mescos. And then Sylvania is mentioned by name at the very end, but that's not important in this story, because it doesn't exist yet. So the dirt. On the night of Mayfin 14th, year pending, because I might have to fix all of that, fire broke out on the western side of the valley where Bradensbrook is located. When help arrived to put out the fires, it was revealed that the village had been massacred by unknown assailants, leaving no survivors. The day after the attack, relief teams tried their best to recover anything salvageable, but they were only greeted with the dead. Investigation into why this occurred was nearly impossible without any leads, because the only assumption they could follow is that the Fae of the Winter Court may be responsible for it, but all assailants of the massacre were also dead upon arriving at the village. So the assumption was too shaky to be pursued, because everyone else, it was just, everybody's dead. Just a whole lot of dead people. Specifically changelings, those are the primary people that come from the Winter Court. So, what happens when there's questions but no answers? A lot of rumors start. Rumors will lead to theories lead to assumptions lead to lies lead to fears lead to cautionary tales. So, the rumor that started after the fire, so what rumors started after fire and what rumors that the Fae may be responsible. When this happened, a lot of people were reminded that the gates to Tir Dawn were unexpectedly closed about 300 years prior. And the main rumor that spread on Thyaenia after that happened, because it cut off both the Winter and Summer Court, is that the Winter Court turned on the Summer Court, and Queen Rayon closed the gates to protect the people of Thyaenia. So, after that happened, another thing started to happen on Thyaenia, which was a magical disease called Trulient, which was said to be created by the Winter Court, began affecting the people in Thyaenia that are more magically adversed. So, like, a lot of fey creatures that were left on Thyaenia, any spiritual creatures, so like Enkeli, Ossi, Piru, like any people who, like, creation-wise, they're made of magic, basically. So, or they're, like, they have more core manipulation stuff going on. So going back to the Bradensbrook massacre, a lot of people began taking the fact that there were changelings present at the scene of the crime as a bad omen. So the main rumor that spread was that the Eliza tribe died because they trusted the Fae of the Winter Court a little too much. So people were very, like, cautious in, like, trusting the changelings of the Winter Court specifically. So this just spread a lot of cautionary tales and promoted distrust and fears toward the fair folk in general. I think this is like the book blurb that I have for the story. It says, on the night of May 14th, a great fire broke out in the western forests of Teligwyn Valley, and a tremendous loss followed with no survivors. That is, until Estelle saved Callan from an angry mob 3 years later and people noticed. From there, they both began to delve into the mysterious happenings behind Callan's sudden appearance in Hopewell with no memory and the massacre that killed an entire village. Truth after truth would lead to the shaky foundations of finding allies to assist in alleviating or instigating the coming war for the Groves and the rightful justice that the Eliza tribe deserved. So, who's who? Your characters. The story opens with Vivian's perspective, because it's a multiple perspective story. She's and Kelly, she's a light spirit. She traveled the world with her mother growing up. She was there to witness everything on the 14th. She's very bright-spirited, caring, confident. Does have a little bit of a temper. And she is an investigator and someone who follows both the goddesses of freedom and knowledge. Next one's Estelle. She's an Illowin elf, local resident of Hopewell, lives outside of town in the Whispering Wood. Quiet, observant fighter, keeps to herself unless antagonized, has a tendency to be more aggressive than friendly. Callan is a half-elf, arrived in Hopewell at the beginning of the story by boat. Estelle ends up housing him eventually. He's shy, anxious, clumsy, tends to hide each other better. We started falling into a really good group dynamic. Flora answered it with, it was like coming to an understanding that we had to take care of each other and have each other's back because we were about to get into a whole lot of trouble. But yeah, I go down to the bottom again.
Nice.
But yeah, that's the gist on that.
Wow.
That's what my brain can produce.
Yeah. Oh. Juicy. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually have any major questions that wouldn't be probably definitely talked about in the story. I like how you're establishing stuff. I did get to beta read some.
Oh yeah, you beta read the first 2 chapters.
Yeah,
I'm struggling to rate the next one.
The first 2 chapters, and I like the mystery that you're putting together.
I'm having issues writing the next one because it's in Talmai's perspective, and I do not know what his voice is like yet. So he's my most difficult character, but I'm slowly figuring it out. So
I wanted to say I think I like sorry, I keep dropping shit. I like that it's starting as a bit of a smaller scope. Like in a couple of the past YAP sessions, the scope has been very broad. We've been talking about, gods and
it's all world building shit.
And gods and wish holes and
wish holes.
Yeah,
wish holes. I like that.
And that's great. I'm not saying it's bad by any reason. But I think the best stories start off small. I like that this story is starting off as a bit of a small scope.
I like the dirt.
The dirt.
It's good dirt.
It's definitely a story that's just kind of built over the course of
love this dirt.
over the course of me writing the other ones, basically. I think I needed the other ones in order to figure this one out, probably. Because I knew a portion of this already, and I just didn't know how to present it. It's also, it feels like a very hard topic to present because of, I think the word is allusions to real world problems. So I'm trying to be as careful as possible with this one.
Trying to approach it with a bit of tact.
Yeah. So because it is a hard story to tell, there is a lot of death and hurt and just emotional turmoil through the entire thing. So I mean, I basically start the entire story by killing an entire village of people. So
I no, but what they said, I like the being able to see the story in a smaller scope.
Yeah.
And seeing that I guess that it's not all lost in this sea of thought of this massive world that you put together.
Nah, everything I have noticed over working or everything's gotten connected or is becoming connected, so focusing on the dirt on this one lately has been really helpful. So thank you guys for that.
Yahoo!
But yeah, you guys are also familiar with the characters. You know who Estelle and Callan are. You know who Vivian is. These 2 are new to you, but
yeah,
they
are. My one note I wrote down, Flora is so cute. Give me her.
She is so right. I love Flora. She's definitely my favorite person to write because she has that she's young, so ages. I didn't put their ages down. So the story the majority of the story takes place, I think, what is it? Estella's 16, but she lies a lot and says she's 18. Callan is 17. Vivian is 19. Flora is also 18. And then Talmai, I believe, is 20. So, like, they're all, like, very close in age and stuff like that. Flora, though, is definitely, like, the mom of the group, I like to say. She's definitely that person who's like, if everybody's fighting, she's like, stop it now, and everybody freezes. So everybody listens to her, and she is, like, she just holds herself in such a way. So I really like writing Flora. The Dreki Piru thing, if I was to translate it into, like, D&D terms for you, she's a combination of a tiefling and a dragonborn. So, so she's my favorite little girl. She's got like pretty scales and like freckles that like glitter and stuff like that, like stars. She's very interesting. Very cosmos space.
I like her.
So
can you go through go to the last 2 slides before this? Like 9 and 8. Just wanna.
So 8, Vivian.
Yeah, 9.
9.
Okay. My one thing, this is gonna be about names.
Yeah.
Species names, is that you said, like, oh, you have to look at half-orc because you don't know if that's copyrighted. I think two different things here. I think half-orc, I believe, should be fine as a word because it's used in a lot of medias. But on the flip side of that, I think perhaps you should change the name change the name of half elf just on the fact that all of your other ones have these, like, I'm assuming Welsh based names.
Yeah.
To make them more fantasy sounding. And to get away from the copyright.
Yeah.
But I think that even though I think it should be fine, half elf and half orc should be fine, you should change them anyways so that they fit with the other ones.
Yeah, it's more to break it out of any preconceived mold.
Yeah, it's like it's like weird because some things it's like you can't use halfling because that's a Tolkien thing. Like Hobbit, you can't use that. And you can't use Hobbit and you can't use halfling. You can't use either because they're both copyrighted to the high heavens.
Yeah.
So, and then I was just like, I just want to change the names for a handful of them. And then it was when I came to like half elves, half orcs, like, those ones I was like, I'm unsure. So, but I'd be happy to change them to fit because they do feel out of place sometimes. As I was writing the one chapter, I think it's chapter 2. Yeah. I was using half elf and I was like, I don't like this. So, but I definitely agree on looking into those. That, and again, I'm always double checking copyright stuff because of it's all fantasy based.
Yeah. I think what you need to do is find a word to replace half with. And then after that, you can think about changing the second words for them. I think with like half elf, if instead of like calling anybody just like an elf, it was, what is it? I think this is all from like third person account, but I think Dragon Age, they use like specific names for each kind of elf. And it's not just like something elf, it's like a this thing, like they're all have like specific names for their subspecies of them, basically.
Yeah, like I know.
So if it was like half something or like partial something.
I know, technically I could take like elf away from Ilwyn and just leave it as Ilwyn.
Yeah, it would just be Ilwyn, and then it would be like partial Ilwyn or something.
Yeah. And then I know there's another type of elf in the world. It's like more I like pulled some inspo from Norse mythology. It's like the light elves and the shadow elves. So I think I just called them Valoa, and like that was their group name. So I have a handful of similar things, but they all build off of each other. And I know like Angeli, which is like my favorite word to say sometimes. Just light spirit, a spirit that comes from Calum. So technically, if anyone in this group was to be the most affected by that fun little magical disease I made, it would be Vivian. So she would be the most in danger from catching it. So, but there's other things at play that allows that not to run as rampant. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was like, what? Vivian Aldrich, Flora Nugent, Helma Jackal. They have last names. Estelle and Callan have last names. I will not tell you their last names. So
They're there.
They're there.
Wink.
So
Yeah.
So
I
and you guys
mean,
know Callan.
yeah.
What's going on with Callan? So
Your last name is Bumpus, and you don't get to know that.
Bumpus.
Yeah, it's weird. It's sad.
honestly, out of all of them, I think Callan's name is the prettiest, and the way I found Callan's name, like Callan, that part of his name, I really, really like. Because I think it was a translation from a phrase that meant to be brave in one's endeavors. And I was like, oh, I love this. It's gonna like retranslate the name. So
Yeah.
But yeah, and I did incorporate like how he got that name into the story itself, and I really liked that little short story. It's like one of the first scenes I ever wrote between Estelle and Callan.
Baby.
My baby children. So.
Your baby babies.
But yeah. If anybody else wants to ask for a cast interview question, be my guest.
How many numbers are there?
There's 31 in total. So
26.
26.
26.
Let's see if this is a...
Oh.
Was it? It was certain... When was the last time everybody cried? His response just... I think I've cried enough for everybody with the amount of times I've broken down. He's my emotional boy.
Wow.
This helped me. I definitely like writing through this. It definitely helped me find their voices a little bit more. Like it helped me find Talmai's voice a little bit more.
Yeah, I like this I like this format a lot. Just sitting all your characters down on a couch and talking.
Well, I was like, Vaughn had sent in those like character questions, and I was just like, oh, I guess I'll answer them. And I started just doing like Callan and Estelle, and I was like, no, I want to make this like a press junket for a movie. So I like sat them down. And I was just like, okay, I'll give you interview questions, and you all answer them. I think out of all the responses for this one, I'm not gonna read Flora's. Vivian and Estelle, I like. This also helped me characterize them a little bit. Vivian and Estelle don't cry much. Vivian cries out of anger most of the time, and then Estelle quietly. I wouldn't say not really. It's a spoiler because it's part of the next story. So Estelle, the last time Estelle cried was when Lillian was born, so which is her oldest daughter. So, but yeah, I think the next question is like. If anybody wanted to have kids, Estelle holds up Lillian. I don't know. Do you want to tell me whose rascal this is, Callan? Honest to God, where do these gremlins come from? Surely not us. So, yeah.
Wow.
My lovely little family. I really like them. So they've been bouncing around in my head since the start. But yeah. This last one, though, the Soldier Poet King. I know we've all done that for our characters before. Flora and Talmai still confuse the hell out of me, but the only king is Callan in the group, which I think is hilarious. So,
Mhm. Awesome.
but yeah. I know next Yappy Hour, I'm going to dive into character essays like you'd
Ooh,
done, pal.
yes.
So I guess the question is, who should I do first? So,
Oh boy.
who interests everybody the most out of all of them? There's only 5. So,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, huh. I feel like you could. I feel like you have a lot you want to say about Vivian.
you go on tangents about her.
Yeah.
I have to thank Crow for
Mhm.
my thoughts on her, half of my thoughts on Vivian, because I was allowed to play Vivian in our short time for their campaign. It allowed my brain to just bounce around a romper room for like hours on end. So I
Yeah.
learned more about Vivian doing all that than I did. Like when I first wrote her in, I was just like, yeah, I just have this girl. So she's
Yeah.
somewhat a badass. I don't
So
know.
I think it would be interesting to see you do a bit of a deep dive on Vivian.
Okay. She's definitely interesting.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. I think the only other questions I would have to present to you guys, I might just message them because I feel like it's a lot to talk about on a stream. So that, and it has a lot to do with plot development stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I have your settings, or the first handful of settings. So for you guys, and I cut off a portion of the world map. So like if my brain when cutting off the map the other day, it was like, what would I put at the beginning of the book, so to say? I think it would be this, or if I can orient the map in a way.
Oh yeah.
So,
Freaking little inside cover world map.
yeah.
Always a classic of fantasy writing.
And this is the new map that Pal had helped me reorient. Let me tell you, it is totally thrown me off, because when I first wrote the story, it said Bradensbrook was in the eastern side of the valley. That's no longer true. It's in the western side of the valley. So every time I've been writing lately, I've been writing eastern. Wait, no. To go back and look at the map, I'm like, no, it's western. So the other issue that my brain doesn't like to process is travel time, but I think I figured it out. So, or at least the travel time in the valley, at least.
Yeah.
So, don't ask me about boat travel time. I don't want to think about it. It bothers me. It would technically just have to be from Hopewell to Katona. So it doesn't have to be anywhere else crazy. And then I have to calculate foot time from Hopewell to Avalon. So. But yeah. And that's about it. Other than that, I'm not thinking about any other travel time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to the story, investigation into a cold case turns to war. So. And there's a lot of other little characters here or there that are like Easter eggs.
It promises to be quite a ride. I put a few too many syllables in there, but that's okay.
What syllables?
I put a little too many syllables in promises.
Oh.
Promises to be quite a ride.
I like it. It's good.
Yeah.
I'll do your crash course on Vivian next time.
Yay!
Get
Vivian
to-
book report.
Yeah, get to know the first perspective in the series. I think that's the one other difficulty I'm having is this is a multiple perspective thing for a very specific reason.
Yeah.
So, because I couldn't figure out how to write the story just from like Estelle and Kellen's perspective. Like I needed to because then it was boring in my mind, and I was like, you have these 3 other players in the story, and I can't just what's the exposition dialogue the entire thing.
Yeah.
Like I need to have the other perspectives. So having Vivian start it as like an outside perspective was really cool.
Yippee!
Yeah.
Nice.
Here's your crash course on the dirt. Or the first dirt, anyway.
Very good.
Because there's 3 other dirts, and we're not going to talk about those for a while. I don't want to think about those.
Triple dirt.
Well, I can't talk about one, so... And the other 2, I'm like, I have to reorient them. So...
Triple double dirt.
Here you go. I have to cough my lungs off now.
Okay.
Next.
Good night.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going quiet.
Good night, good night, good night, good night.
Good night. Oh my God, she's leaving. Good
Oh, she's dead. Oh,
I'm
no.
not doing that.
night.
Okay, let me open up my Steam
Next.
share.
I didn't almost
Okay.
send that work email saying out dick for nothing.
Out dick.
Out damn spot.
Looking to
Start
outdick
slime
the
show. Can you see it?
Can you screen share it?
I did, didn't I?
Oh, there it is. It's a funny time though.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the second OC book report. It's Mary. Shouts out Mary.
Woo!
As requested, but also it makes sense because Mary is one of the other characters I think about a lot and should be thought about more. So we should just get right goddamn into it. Let's look at the basics. Here's your table of contents. Mary is at core a little sibling, a yapper, a hobbyist, a lot of running around and doing a lot of little things and talking and just hanging out and being a little thang, being a little fucking thang. One of the youngest of the cast, if not the youngest. Like Mary's only like 22, with everyone else being sort of older than that. Little sibling, younger of 2. Yeah, I'm a younger sibling. I gotta have a younger sibling character in here. There's sort of a lot of indescribable little bits that I would love to depict. There's a lot of neat little stuff about sibling dynamics that I want to have in there. Because, you have someone that you've lived with all your life, that's just like a couple years older than you. Like, yeah, they're like a separate person, but also at the same time, you kind of like they're sort of a little mental measuring stick to you of like, oh, it's kind of a preview of the next few years for better or worse. And yeah, care about each other. Also just from the way of how wild magic works, and how things can work. They don't have like parents. Jess was like alone for a couple years and then asked for a sibling and got one. So yeah, I don't know, that's interesting. They moved around a lot as well growing up. They started kind of like if you superimpose the currently non-existent map of the world onto the United States ish, like the two of them sort of like started out kind of southwest, sort of Arizona, New Mexico-ish, and then like sort of bounced around until they got over to East Hill, like maybe a good 5 years ago, maybe. I don't know. I know no exact timelines in my brain, but yeah, they bounced around. They moved plenty of times. I don't know if they got this cat before they got to East Hill or after. At one point, basically, like, a friend of mine was like, I think it would be cute if Mary had a cat, and I was like, yeah, you know what, sure. So that's Melba. It's short for smell bad. Yes. So this is the family, I guess. They still, both of them still live together. They have a little apartment somewhere. I'm racking my brain for if they actually live on East Hill or if they actually live over on the mainland and just take the ferry in every day or something. I don't know. I think it would make sense if they lived on East Hill. I'm not sure. I gotta think on it. They are a fucking yapper. Mary's got a lot of information just gathered from talking to people and just doing random research, either for projects that she's doing or because she's just bored sometimes. A lot of library time, a lot stuffed up there in that noggin, and she will just like start telling you about random shit if you're just like around her long enough. It's an activity. She likes it. She can tell when you're annoyed about it, though. And she doesn't want to annoy you, you know. She'll give you your space if you really sort of give the hint. She's not completely unaware. She just just wants to just hang out. Just wants to hang out. That's all. A hobbyist, a jack of all trades. What's the other side of that phrase? Jack of all. Well, whatever. She's got a lot going on. She does a lot. You ask her any day what she's doing, and she's doing something different. I mean, if you kind of, like what does she do though? Like as a thing, like it can't just be hobbies, right? Like it's not just hobbies. Yeah, you got like something that you want to like do, right? Like a thing that's like yours, that's like all yours, and you just like do it. And, like when you introduce yourself to someone, you're just like, hey, I do this, right? Do something like useful. No, it's just hobbies. No, it's just fucking hobbies, kid. Okay. So, start of the story. Mary's a fool. Not an idiot, but a fool. Kind of a lot of how do I describe it? There was a dynamic that I realized in my head as I was writing this down, where it's like Amelia is very aware of other people and not super aware of herself. Mary is like not super aware of other people, but is super aware of herself. Like very much sort of in the mode of like constant performance. Constant, like, I have to sort of keep a good impression on people. I have to be the funny little guy. Cause otherwise I don't really know what I'm doing here. And other people might also start questioning what I'm doing here. And that's, I mean, maybe it's not been an explicitly stated reason why they've moved before, but there's probably been some towns that her and Jess have moved out of because other people have been like, hey, can you start pulling your weight around here? Mary didn't want to say, no, not really. And after a lot of things at the end of the story, like she's still silly, but it's more of a genuine thing rather than sort of a performance. There's less of, it's not really like a mask for insecurity, and more of just like, oh yeah, you're just like genuinely confident. And eventually comes around to the fact that she like does not need to have like that sort of pressure on herself to like have a big spot in the greater sort of structure of everything. Like, she could just do random stuff. It's fine. She can be the odd job, and that's okay. Like, there's a place for her in the world now. Maybe how things used to be, like, definitely you have to do something useful, but like, the world doesn't have to work like that, and it doesn't work like that anymore. And eventually she figures that out. Yeah. Notable character dynamics, yay. So B, since she just runs the mail route, like, Mary just ends up walking and talking with her a lot. And like, B is also sort of quickest to show that annoyance. But eventually sort of they get settled, the both of them. And like, it's not the worst thing. They come around each other. And I mean, Amelia is just like nice to Mary, and Mary's like, oh wait, hold why is this one not annoyed? And also, why are their headaches so fucking weird? Hold on, I'm kind of obsessed with this little deer. Yeah, Carter appreciates Mary as a regular of the library, and just a genuine bright mind. That maybe that like internally Carter's like, oh, I think Mary just needs to apply herself a little bit, but like isn't really gonna poke her about it. Yeah. Basil's like, I've never been an older sibling before, but I am now. this little fucking thing. My friend's little sister that keeps roving around the radio station. You are my bestest friend now. We are hanging out. And yeah, the older folks just, I mean, it's just normal. There goes that kid again, doing whatever the hell she does. They give her a lot more room than she thinks to like just do whatever she wants. Yeah, and eventually she'll realize that. Yes, extra bonus random info. You liked this last time, and so it's here this time. She likes carrots when they're sliced real thin. She plays string instruments. She likes playing bass. She can sing and dance. Loves to hop fences and sit on walls, spin around. When she gets pizza, she gets something called a sop, which is sausage, onions, and peppers. She likes getting the sop. That's her special pizza. She loves it so much. She's not athletic, but has played many a sport. Go bowling with her. She can't, like, she's not great at bowling, but she can bowl without bumpers, and that's cool. She can get 1 or 2 splits. It's awesome. She skipped a stone one time and it got like 10 skips, and she could never get that to happen again. Yeah, she knows a bunch of random little spots around the island and on the mainland, and knows all the festivals and all the various little events, and will just take you places if you just follow her around. Yeah, yes. And that's this. That's Mary's. Yep.
Woo! Woo!
Yahoo! Yippee!
Beloved.
The people's princess.
Shoot.
People's princess.
Also,
I love a guy that can just yap for
Mhm.
days on end.
Yeah.
I do just have to say,
Mhm.
so in that one image of B and Mary,
Yeah.
you perfectly captured on B the drawfy Bobby Hill face. I drew it in Magma because I just could not get over B making the quintessential drawfy Bobby Hill face. Completely blank.
I didn't mean to, but you're right.
It is so good.
It's a very specific emotion of like I'm not annoyed, but I'm not exactly engaged with whatever you're doing.
That's great. Is the vibe that gives off.
Yeah,
That's great, Mary.
Just like, yeah, this is just part of my day. There she is again.
There she goes.
Is it ever Mary didn't show up today, something's wrong?
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah.
I have to call Mary's sister.
That's actually a good question. Does Mary have off days?
Oh, she will.
Threat.
Like, you know, the sort of like the way that she holds herself, this breaks. This has gotta break, you know? That can't really this can't really be addressed in a gentle manner. Like she's gotta break at some point. And I still have to figure out exactly how that happens, but you know, eventually everyone else kind of realizes oh shit, hey buddy. Buddy, hey.
If you need any psychology help, I can help you there. I do like the difference between the beginning of the story drawing that you did and the end of the story. Like, you can visually tell there's a difference. So I like that a lot.
Yeah. You know, just more relaxed with it, more chill with it. More than I do whatever type of deal.
I still think that the concept of people aren't born, they just materialize.
Yeah, they show
still
up.
Such an interesting concept.
But it's so cool.
I especially like the fact that you can wish for something.
Yeah.
Not literally go to a genie, but you can.
Yeah, you don't go to a genie. You go to the parks department.
Really wish that I could have a sibling, and then one day someone just walks up to your house and says, "Oh, is this my place?"
Yeah, no, you don't go to a genie. You go to the parks department. or something.
The parks.
The parks. Wait,
Sorry.
do I have to sign? Do I have to sign some papers on this?
Most people.
Do I have to get approval from the city?
Most people, either when asked for or when they just show up at random, they tend to show up like in relatively uninhabited places, which usually falls under jurisdiction of the Parks Department. It's just part of like ranger training that you have to deal with a kid showing up sometimes, and you have to like just sort of take care of them and bring them back and be like, hey, did anyone ask for this kid?
Somewhere, quick, make a note somewhere that one of these days do that Lilo and Stitch meme where Lilo's asking for a friend. And it's just Jess asking for a sibling.
Yeah, exactly.
And Mary shows
Mary
up.
falling from the sky in a ball of fire.
I need Angel, the nicest one you have, and Mary's just there. That's really good.
That's all I'm picturing now is Jess going,
Also,
I need a sibling.
Melba next Yap Hour?
Melba.
Cute
I don't
Melba
have,
for mayor.
I don't have much of anything about Melba besides just like, yep,
Sometimes
it's
a
cat.
cat just has to be a
Yeah,
cat.
I'm just messing with you.
Melba
Yeah,
for
it's just-
mayor.
Melba.
You
A
know
cat.
who you should do Jess next because we got married. We should do Jess next.
Yeah. I thought about talking about Jess more in this thing, but maybe I could do because Jess. I don't. He's one of the couple characters I actually haven't thought about much because he has a lot less going on. But yeah, I could probably do a couple things about him.
All the better to do an essay on him.
Yeah, I could do a little essay on him. Yeah. La la la. What else?
I love those stupid little bugs.
We should
Yeah.
make these emojis.
Yeah, this is how Mary draws herself.
Sop.
It's just this little fucking thing.
Little bugs. Little bug
Mhm.
style.
Little bug style,
What?
yeah.
Did you mention Mary was a deer, or is Mary something else?
Oh, Mary's a dinosaur.
A dinosaur, okay.
Yeah, feathered theropod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Jess a feathered theropod as well?
Yes, Jess is also a feathered theropod. Siblings don't have to be the same species. Like
Just in
I have
general.
another set of siblings that are twins that are different species, but like Mary and Jess are the same format, I guess. Species is different. They're all the same species. They're different formats of the same species.
Different formats of the same
Formats.
species.
Yeah,
Love
different
that.
formats. Yeah. It's like JPEGs and PNGs.
God damn it, do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of Drawfee Bobby Hill face.
Bobby Hill face.
I just want a
Is
picture of B making that weird face.
Did they
Let's-
accept Mary for who she is?
Sorry, say again?
Did they accept Mary for who she is at the end?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, like, I think the thing is that a lot of people actually, like, a good amount of the, if not the entire cast, actually accept Mary for who she is, like, at the start, but she just does not think that.
Does Mary
She just
accept
don't-
Mary for who she is?
By the end of the story, yeah. At the start of it, she does not accept herself for who she is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, my Mary.
Oh, my Mary.
My webcam has been the thing picking up my audio this entire time. I'm gonna.
Awesome.
Also, I gotta firmly agree with the carrots take.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, carrots when they're sliced real thin. Yeah.
They either have to be sliced real thin, or it just has to be a full carrot.
Yeah.
It either has to be the thinnest, or it's caveman,
Mhm.
just eating carrots straight out of the ground.
Yeah. Like that factoid specifically came from um I was doing a questionnaire and attempting to answer questions in character, and like someone asked Mary what her favorite vegetable was, and she had like five different answers that she was talking herself out of. Like she started just like celery would be the top if it wasn't stringy, but since it's stringy, it's like maybe top 10. Broccoli's up there, but it's either like really good if you wash it right, or it tastes like dirt. Which I mean, I guess all the vegetables sort of end up like that.
Dirt.
Spinach, but spinach doesn't really have a flavor, like raw spinach, like not cooked spinach, like raw spinach, because it kind of has a bit of the crunch, but doesn't really have enough of the flavor. Carrots when they're sliced real thin.
I feel so cold.
like, I just, like, and I'm proud of answering the question like that, because it's just like, yeah, I don't think Mary would easily land on what's her favorite of anything if you ask her. Like, even if you ask her what her favorite pizza is, and she always orders the fucking sausage, onions, and peppers thing, like, she would still list a couple pizzas before she gets there and goes like, oh yeah, I guess, well, I always order sausage, onions, and peppers, so I guess it's my favorite because I get it the most. Like, yeah,
I
bud.
really wanna,
If you
I
get
really
it the
want a
most, it's your
sausage, onions,
favorite.
and peppers pizza. Except replace the sausage with pepperoni.
My God. What else do you have to say?
You say that like you're asking Mary.
I do. I ask my characters sometimes. What else? What else have you
I
got?
found it very, very useful to ask characters things when I did that interview.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just gotta sit them down
a lot
and
of my
do it.
stuff is gut feeling, man. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think you did it.
Yay! Next time there'll be more and others.
Wow.
I have a rough outline for a possible starting story that I will discuss outside of stream time. Yes.
Ooh.
So potentially it'll happen.
Eventually it'll happen.
It'll happen. Maybe. It's one of those things where I go like, yeah, this is a really good or I'd rather go just like, yeah, this is probably where the story starts, and then think to myself, is this actually what I want the first story to be?
We're moving closer to mice.
I don't think I'll have anything together
No,
in
mice
time for
real.
the mice submission period. I don't know. I don't know.
Wild Magic Book 1 Mice Reel.
Oh god. Oh
We're
god.
gonna hold you to it.
I'm not promising that.
We're coming for you.
I'm not promising that.
It's too late. You've already promised.
I'm not promising it.
You didn't hear
Okay.
yourself promise just a second ago?
I'm not.
You already did it.
I'm not.
It's already done. Shield and ink.
I'm at least promising some kind of wild magic something. Some wild magic story, something at some point 2025. It's gonna happen. I don't know if it'll happen in time for mice. Because the submission period is a much tighter deadline. And if I say no, I can give myself until December instead of fucking going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
I guess
shall
she'll
see.
just have to die.
Mm-hmm.
We shall see. And with your help, we could reach it. Go to my Venmo. Go to my PayPal. See what happens to you. Yeah.
Go to my PayPal and PayPal.
PayPal. That's Mary.
May I request a very short intermission? Like literally like less than a minute.
Yeah.
Shorts intermission. La la la. La la la. Yeah. Yeah.
Did everybody step away?
We're here.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Unsure. It's so cold in my apartment.
We're here.
I need the heat to work faster.
Do you like sup?
I love it. I love it.
So,
Do you enjoy eating sup?
I love bug style.
Bug style. But do you personally eat sup?
I've had stop once or twice. It's it's good. I guess I should mention that by peppers I do specifically mean the green peppers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice. I don't know. It's savory.
Ah!
I'm bothered by the fact that I lost my color.
Your color?
Oh.
I had one color, blue, and then something changed, and now I don't know what color blue I had.
The one
No,
that
no.
you're drawing with today?
Yeah, it's two different color blues.
Just color pick it.
I'm dumb, okay?
No, just sleepy.
You're the tiredest thing on earth.
Beep-ba-ba-ba-da-bo.
You said it.
Considering the email, the email is gonna make me laugh to the end of my days.
It's really
If I,
good.
had,
Email?
if I had sent that without reading it, I would have
I
died
think
of
it would've been really
embarrassment.
funny.
So that's just it's the fact that it was going to my boss too. So
I think it would have been really funny.
I think it would have been hilarious.
it's a little bit funny.
It's a little bit funny.
It's MJ's turn.
Yeah.
Your turn.
How? Share screen. How do you work this damn thing? Gosh dang it.
There's a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
I'll turn up the resolution and lower the frame rate because there's nothing moving.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I add my own ambience. Is that sharing?
I see it.
Is it sound sharing?
Oh, I have sounds turned off. Yes, it is.
I love noisy. Oh, fuck yes, it's Morak of Madness.
Morak of Madness.
Oh, fuck
An
yes,
RPG
sir.
from a dead world.
Fuck yes, sir.
Hold on.
In the Yes?
Alt.
Hold on.
Is it full screened?
Yeah, notice.
Okay. In the latter half of the Third World War, the known world would plunge itself into fire as every developed nation turned their nuclear missiles toward each other. In the midst of this atomic devastation, an endless evil tore itself into existence. Whether it was born from the bombs, or it merely was drawn to our realm, is not known. This great evil, Morak, would make its domain in the carcass of our world, spreading its rage and hate across the planet. What was left of humanity fled into mines and caves, and would slowly but surely burrow and build further into darkness. Our world is one of endless suffering and endless conflict. From the constant battling of the raider tribes to the onslaught of the hellish evils that crawl down from the surface to hunt us, this is all we know. So yeah, that's basically the setting.
Yeah.
Hang on one real quick sec while I just switch off the guns and set it to something a bit more chill. So yeah, that's effectively the setting. It's a kind of in between World War I to Soviet era technology, set in a terminally lightless underground world where humans, along with other species, have to coexist or constantly destroy each other in an endless back and forth over resources and living space in the depths of mines and catacombs and caves that have been built into an endless string of kind of network of tunnels. So that's nitty gritty. So the dice set we're still working on, but we are discussing a kind of D4 to D6, D10 set. Maybe we'll go a little bit higher and do like D6 to D12, but we're still kind of working on it. Some of the references we've been using in terms of mechanics have been Heart, The City Beneath, Powered by the Apocalypse, and Morkborg. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry, I'm more hacking.
Oh, no.
It's time to more. So, general vibes, dark, gritty, kind of Trench Crusade-esque, but minus the obsessive religious dogma. World War I era tech. A lot of groups have rejected modern World War II and Soviet era technology as something kind of evil, as a mistake of the old world. But it still exists. Much of it is still held in ancient military bunkers as these immense stockpiles. An emphasis on suspense and horror. It's a pretty spooky game. There's a lot of monsters in it. Even the playable characters you can choose are pretty monstrous and can be pretty hideous. There's also a large focus on survival with kind of you being pushed to the very brink of what you can handle with how long you can go without drinking or how long you can go without eating. You might have to drink mud. You might even have to eat your own companions if worst comes to worst. Mechanics, fighting system is still developing. Unfortunately, that's the thing that we're still working on the most. That still needs the most development. We simply haven't, kind of received a message from the Muse on that one much yet. So I should say, so this is a collaborative project between me and another person who couldn't be here today, unfortunately, due to a power outage.
Everybody knows Crow.
Crow, Clerical Crow. And I just wanted to make it clear that this was a group project and not just me.
Yes.
So we've done quite a bit with the survival and cannibalism mechanics. They're moving very well. Still working on skills and feats and shit, and what skills would kind of look like in this world. We don't want it to be too insanely far from Dungeons and Dragons, but we don't want it to be just a recolor of it. We want it to be kind of easy to move over to, but not too easy that it's mimicry. So, been working on a lot of the classes, and how they kind of interact with each other. So there is the soldier is kind of a basic armament class, like deals decent damage from most ranges. Range matters a lot in this game because effectively almost every character is something of a ranger. Weapons, like you can find guns and stuff, and they're not particularly uncommon. So everyone has the ability to fire at some level of range. So that's something you kind of got to think about, but also it's it kind of changes the way combat works from, let's say, Dungeons and Dragons. So the soldier is useful at most ranges, equipped with a small sidearm and a medium-range rifle. Then there is some of the more kind of esoteric classes like the Atomic Hierophant, which is someone who has been affected by atomic radiation to the point that they can manipulate it in offensive attacks. There is the Slag, someone who has been a kind of a mage who has been heavily poisoned by toxic runoff and chemical waste, which has turned them into something of a constantly boiling mass of poison and toxicity that they can weaponize in a kind of magical form, spreading their poison and noxious fumes across a battlefield. The Slag is very good isn't great at taking out single enemies, but is very good at crowd control, as most of their attacks rely on AoE. The Zealot is a fantastic class for up close and personal combat. They specialize in one-on-one rather than big, broad, than fighting multiple people at the same time. The Zealots are people who have been who have become a bit crazed in their worship of a specific deity. Many people in this world believe that Morak is some kind of god, and believe that the only way to survive this world is to appease him. And how do you appease an endless being of evil and hate? Well, by inflicting evil and hate onto others. So these zealots will oftentimes charge into battle with minimal armor, maximizing their speed, and they will just tear into opponents with physical weapons. On the other hand, we have... Oh, damn, I didn't get the updated picture. Damn it. It still says chef. So, on the other hand, we have the Cavalier. You can't really see him because it's the old picture. But the Cavalier is effectively kind of something in between a like a Cavalier class and a Bulwark. They wear heavy armor. They mainly deal in melee, but they have a mount that they can ride that will increase their speed. So normally their speed is low because they're heavily armored. So their battle style is very kind of one way or the other, where you can have this mount that will speed you up, but if you let them go on their own, you have a second pair of arms on the battlefield that you can effectively fight through. So it's either you have a second player on the field to fight alongside you, or you're riding something that speeds you up. The Radiated Prophet is sort of similar to an Atomic Hierophant, but is far more focused on healing. So Radiated Prophet is someone who has, similar to the Atomic Hierophant, been blessed by atomic radiation. However, theirs manifests as the performing of miracles and the healing of wounds. So they're effectively something similar to an atomic cleric. They have the ability to harness radiation to heal people, or they can harness it to help kind of protect their allies. There is the Manhunter, who is a survival class. They do very well even when they're lowest on rations, mainly because Manhunters do not receive penalties from committing cannibalism. They tend to be very good in one-on-one combat. They work very well with characters like the Atomic Hierophant and Radiated Prophet, as they tend to be squishier and easier to kill. So the Manhunter, with his long hook on a chain, will be able to spear any melee enemies trying to get in close and kill these squishier allies, and just draw them directly to the Manhunter, where the Manhunter can kind of rip them limb from limb. So next up are the bloodlines. So there's quite a few different races you can play here. Humans, so you can play as humans. They're, pretty average. Some of them have mutations caused by, radiation and exposure to chemicals and shit like that. Then there is a unique race of kind of tall people. They have kind of elongated limbs. They also have the tendency to randomly sprout extra body parts. So that can kind of alter their stats here and there. These are a race of people who were affected by radiation in a way that influenced their body's ability. They have very high apoptosis resistance. So when they're young, their cells don't die as quickly, or they just refuse to. So they end up with these massive growth spurts. They just grow insanely tall until that resistance wears off. But that resistance also causes them to, as they grow, sprout limbs, extra limbs, and stuff like that, making them a very kind of unique species. The cave crawlers and the Trudon are two races that did not stem from humans. They stemmed from very different species long, long ago, millions of years ago. The Trudon, especially, are descended from dinosaurs, actually. They were dinosaurs who learned to be cave dwelling. They hid beneath the earth, and so they were spared from the cataclysm that killed most of their brethren. Um, and they slowly developed a more humanoid appearance. They um, developed an upright posture. They developed eyes that can see well in the darkness, and they developed incredible speed. Um, the cave crawlers as well. We're not quite sure where they stemmed from, but it is believed that they stemmed either from bats or some type of like aquatic alternate, like some aquatic subspecies of bat that was able to travel underwater. Um, the Minotaur, we really do not know much about them or where they come from. Some people believe that they are stemmed from humanity. They do show some signs that they might be stemmed from humanity, as they're like, even the Trudon, even though they are very humanoid, there are still variances that make them very clearly not human in their musculature and their bone structure. The Minotaurs are shockingly human. So they are most likely, we're pretty sure they are descended from humans, but how they arrived, we do not know. Then there are the Oni. They're originally called Wendigos, but I'm not sure if we're going to stick with that, only because I know that term is very similar to the term
Yeah, it's
Skinwalker,
not good.
and
Not
you're
great to
not,
use.
and well, it's just you're not supposed to say it out loud, and I don't
Yeah.
want like native people to, feel maybe like uncomfortable saying the race of their character.
Yeah.
So that might be changed. They're hard to describe, but they're effectively very large muscular humanoids that with kind of reddish to bluish skin. They are very strong. They're particularly good at seeing in the darkness, like the cave crawlers who can see perfectly in pitch black, and the Trudon who can see pretty well in the darkness. Um, they appear to be some type of mutation from, we assume, atomic radiation, but we do not know. They are extremely dangerous. They generally do not like anyone who is not another Oni, and they are a reckon to fight on the battlefield. Yeah, there's the humans and the tall people. Still thinking of a name for the tall people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about all I've kind of got for today. I didn't want to go into every piece of detail and overwhelm you. But so plans for the future, run some dice tests to see what set we should use in the future. Look at our more RPGs as reference. I want to take a look at Heart, the City Beneath, but I don't have access to the PDF yet. And build out classes, species, stat differences. Classes, I think classes are coming along pretty well. I think we've got a good range of kind of DPS versus whatever the opposite of DPS is. So I think we're doing pretty good there, but it's still like everything needs fleshing out. But the classes have been coming along pretty well. And is there anything beyond this? No. So yeah, that is Morak of Madness.
Yahoo! Yippee! Morag! Yeah. Cool as hell, exciting character designs, as usual, as it tends to go. Yeah. My only question, I guess, is with combat, were you looking to have any kind of like cover or line of sight mechanic?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea to have. These are in tunnels, so
Yeah.
there won't be they won't be like low on cover and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think having um to account for the added range of what this technology of this world is capable of is a must.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Little.
Any questions or concerns?
Wow.
What?
Wow. I like slag.
Yeah.
I like this game. It's
Slag.
funny.
Yeah, I think my favorite are the probably the slag and maybe the zealot, because I like that. So one of the things with the zealot is that they are so kind of ferocious in their conviction that they will actually heal themselves during combat. So they act kind of like a cleric, but they focus mainly on healing themselves in combat. So they're very hard to keep down.
I see. I see. I see.
So yeah.
Yay! Morag!
Morak!
Wow!
We are planning on kind of leaning into the idea that this is a so we're pretty sure we're going to try and lean towards RPG, towards what's it called, an RS style, so RPG Renaissance. and um so we're we're kind of going a bit of the Vermis route and leaning into the idea that, oh, this was an old RPG from the 80s that died out, and like you found a book from it in
Which
some
I always love shit like that. I always love
yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Crow had the very nice idea of adding, what was the caption? Um, Come on, where is it? It would be nice if my screen would stop just jittering around.
Yay! Wee!
Yeah, I cannot find it anywhere.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, it's in the fucking...
Yay.
Added, so Crow came up with the idea of adding the clause of Morak of Madness has been edited for its modern day republication to make it sound like this really is a game from kind of the 80s or 90s.
Wow.
All right.
Nice.
Yay! Yay!
Yay!
D- Radiation wizards.
Radiation wizards.
I want to be a radiation wizard. I want to play the radiation wizard. I want to see people's bones decay.
Okay. I guess I'll use a spider.
Yeah!
Oh.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah.
See if I can get this working. Arm. Oh god. Give me separate. No. There's a separate tab, please.
No. No.
Hello? What the fuck? What? What?
What? What's happening?
Dark capture. There it is. Okay.
Yay.
Hello?
What's happening?
What's happening?
No. No.
La la.
Oh my lala.
Oh my love.
Oh my love. Oh my god, I
Where
hate
did that come
technology. Pal.
Yeah, me.
Oh, really? That stemmed from you?
Yeah, going on my lot. Well, someone else gave it to me, but
Well, who gave it to you?
of people you don't know, friends with a different space.
An infection.
People, you have a minute.
There we go. There we go.
Yup, it's cowboy.
It's cowboy time. I preface this that it's short. Sorry.
I guess we'll just have to riot.
Do it.
You just start growling
Oh.
like a dog.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold, please.
Oh.
Oh, I clicked on Spotify. No, die. No. Be gone.
Oh no, the stream's going Grinch.
Where's the
Wise.
pig there?
What? The Grinch?
Oh.
Was the Grinch? Was the Grint?
Grint.
Oh, the Grint. Yeah. Give me that. Just need this thing. Update, please. Update, please. Please? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Real cowboy hours.
Yup.
I tried.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a lot of physical stuff
Oh.
with me. Here's my book. I did this thing called I walked out of work one day and went, I'm gonna go buy a sketchbook. And just got a sketchbook to use only for this project. In hopes of making myself work on things more. It kind of worked. The only downside is I don't have much of a presentation.
Mm-hmm.
But little cowboy hour time, I guess. Please work? No? Okay. Die, I guess. How about now? There it goes.
Yay!
There's the sky! Little cowboy, his name's Marvin, or you just call him Marv. Prefers to be just called Marv. Marvin sounds too... It's a full name, that's too professional.
Mm-hmm.
He is specifically a reptile type, first daemon that is a former gate guardian. He is part of Edith's team. And he's my silly little guy. Him. Oh, I have dark mode on.
Oh! It's still so funny that dark mode does that. Why does it fucking do that?
Dark mode hates
Why does
me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dreamy mention. Dreamy raid while I'm experiencing the horrors of dark mode.
Welcome to bug
is it-
fixing.
Is he okay
now?
The
He's-
horrors of dark
No, it's
mode.
still busty.
What?
Still nasty.
Wait.
Nurse.
Wait.
It's norm still outside, but when you get in there, it's nasty.
What's happening? Off.
Set
What's
it to
going on?
light mode.
Dark mode off. Dark reader off.
Dark computer, turn off.
Dark reader off. Ah!
Wow.
Dark computer.
wait, close your eyes.
Okay.
Lizard.
The ice are close.
Eyes close. Because that means my other thing is fucked up.
Ha!
Double kill.
Double krill.
Triple
Oh,
kill.
ew.
Bibble
Triple krill.
Triple krill.
Bibble.
When you bibble. Okay. Um.
Liquefied spiders.
Excuse me?
Retaining their sentience.
Oh. I hope not.
They move in waves.
I don't like that, actually.
This new horror movie.
I don't like
coming
that,
out soon.
actually.
Check it out.
Liquefied spiders move in waves.
Retain their sentience.
Ugh. Sentient goop.
Check it out. It's called spider water.
It's called
The water that
makes
drinks
it
you.
sound like makes it sound like a sports drink.
Yeah, it allows you to walk up and down any surface.
The water that
It
drinks you
gives-
back.
It gives you spider climb.
Okay. I fixed it.
Okay. Yay! I'm opening my
I
eyes
fixed it.
now.
You can open your eyes now. I think I fixed it.
Yippee!
Yeah, okay, where was I? He's my silly little guy. It
Yes.
doesn't want. Oh my god. There we go.
Cowboy!
Cowboy!
Cowboys.
He's a little dude. Color palette is subject to change at least a little
Hmm.
bit. I don't know, I don't like using brown that much.
Mm-hmm.
So literally that's it. That's the reason. He's my little dude. Man of the hour. Important notes is he doesn't take things too seriously. Everything is a little bit of a joke to him. But on the flip side, he also really does not like people getting in his way. Which is a little difficult, I guess. A little kind of difficult with the kind of predicament that he and his pals have found themselves in. Meaning also that he's not too fond of Edith's program.
Mm.
He is there. He is doing his job. He's not very happy about it. He thinks that it's making people lose respect for them as like first daemons. In a way. Especially since like the entire premise of her program is like, guys, they're not that bad, I swear. And they used to have like important jobs and shit, and he's like, well, this kind of sucks. I kind of don't like that. He was the Westgate guard. So back before the whole little merger thing happened between the two existences, I guess. When there was the main entrances between the two of them, he was one of the four little cardinal demons that guarded one of the little doors. Meaning that there's three other. One of those is Ryder. He thinks that Ryder is annoying. Mainly because it's just a clash of personality, because they're too similar to each other. They're both like kind of loud, egocentric people. So they just kind of butt heads on a lot of things. But that aside, he is ride or die for the other three, even if it includes Ryder. And basically shall, I guess, like, do anything that is in the mindset of helping the rest of them. He does have 4 eyes. Important. He thinks Edie is
4
funny,
eyes.
but it's not exactly in a nice way. More so in the way that he thinks that this is kind of stupid. Her plan's kind of stupid. He's here to see what happens to it. And it's, you know, just kind of seeing what's happening with that. I think it was in our secret share time that I explained the whole like runt thing.
Oh yeah.
Using our imaginations, there's a slide for that. And it's in this, and I'm going to talk about it. There is the entire thing about how everybody is made from this kind of life force magic stuff, and that firsts are stronger because they're made directly from Lilith and are more like concentrated and basically have the capacity to hold more of that. Which is why they're bigger, they're scarier. And all things accounted for, Edith is technically a first. Because like Lilith that's her mama. She made her. She is not like a descendant from other daemons and stuff. Except she, it's the way to put it, hasn't come into her full power, because a big thing of the Vita and having like all this magic and stuff is you get it via the consumption of magic from other things. So a normal everyday person, like plant, animals, and everything, is enough to sustain you. But being a first, or even like a couple descended from them, you need more of that to sustain you. And the easiest way to do that is other things that have a lot of it in them, and animals and stuff, unless it's like very big, like a dragon, doesn't have like a lot to, like a cow versus like some big monster doesn't have, like there's a big difference in like Vita amount there. So you need to consume things that have more to that, which is where a lot of our projects talk about cannibalism.
So,
I haven't touched that yet.
there's
You
no
get there.
cannibalism in wild magic.
You will be.
But where it comes in is why first are kind of dangerous, is because they'll eat people. They'll eat other daemons because you have more magic then.
Yup.
And Edith hasn't. That hasn't been a part of her upbringing or anything, so she kind of is like malnourished in the magic department, I guess. So she isn't like as like they're. I think the smallest that one of the first is on the height chart is like 6'2" or something. Like they're big. They're all big. But Edith is, I think I said she's like 6 foot. She's like small. If theoretically, if she had like a full daemon form, would be on the smaller side. And like doing like magic and stuff would fatigue her faster. So he calls her a runt. That's his nickname for her. She's the little runt. And he thinks it's very silly that she's trying to do all of this stuff, and that this is a silly idea. It's not letting me click my slide again. Bitch, there it goes. So in Edith's words, he's a bit stuck in his ways, whereas that he doesn't think that's a good thing that she's trying to change people's public opinion on firsts. Not in the way that he thinks that there are other firsts that are dangerous. There are. But because he wants people to be scared of them still, basically. He wants people to still think that they are powerful and scary because they kind of are. And like they have more access to magic, I guess, than the average citizen. And they used to be like top dogs before like the merge and everything. So he's not a big fan of that. I think I have another slide. Oh, I do. In the slide of I said I wanted to do a little chart of people's the what is it, like the like relationship charts. So Edith is as his coworker. But the other firsts are his BFFs. But he thinks that Ryder's annoying. He's annoyed by the dogs because they're not technically, like, they have nothing to do with the job that they're trying to do, which is Josie. But they do get in the way. So he's annoyed by them. And he dislikes Josie and Sra because they are causing a lot of issues. This was supposed to be an easy job. All of their jobs have been easy up until this point. But it's basically like, dude, can you just die already, please? That is... I want to be done with this mission so we can, like, put the file away and move on to the next thing. And she keeps evading that, and he doesn't like that. Also added in an extra one, that's eat. Eat includes Edie and Josie.
Oh my god.
My mouse wants to cooperate. I'm gonna try something now.
Ooh.
Where am I? Oh my god. Help, where am I?
What is this place?
Okay. This. Hi! Oh my god. What the fuck is that? No background.
Oh, wait. Webcam.
Webcam. I just have to figure out how to get this on my OBS. That. Nope. That. Yes.
It's time to get real.
We're getting real with it. Theoretically, this will work. Okay. Say hi, Aki. Oh, why is it flipped? Whoa.
Oh.
Why is it flipped? That's evil. Oh my god.
How wicked.
Can you change that? Is that something you can change?
It should be changeable.
It should be changeable.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know if it's flipped or not.
Okay.
I don't know which way he's usually supposed to go.
It's supposed. This is my right hand, and it's on the left.
Oh, huh. Wait, no. On our feed, it's on the right. Wait.
Is it? Why is it flipped on my side?
Yeah, hold on.
No way.
Put some text on camera.
That's evil. Okay, yeah. Hold on. I can put text on camera. Text is kind of important. I have notes written down.
Yeah, it's regular for us.
Okay, hold on. Can I flip? There we go. Okay. Wait, let me. Yeah, there we go.
Yay!
Okay.
Yay!
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. I was supposed to open the book. Eh. Book.
Book.
Said sketchbook. So sketchbook started with not that. I hate everything. Sketchbook started with trying
Paradox
to do
logos. If you can
logo.
focus. If
I
you
don't
can
know.
focus.
Come on.
Give it the fucking makeup tuber. Yep. Oh, that worked.
That worked. No way.
Incredible.
Put this.
Yep.
Okay. I think that's as good as it'll get.
Mm-hmm.
I can't look if I looking at it on my computer screen, it's facing the wrong way, but if I look at OBS, it's facing the right way. So it's very disorienting. Yeah, so I started trying to do some logo stuff. I like the fancy thing.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that
pretty
one.
good.
So then I started drawing Marv. And figuring out his hair.
Hmm.
And like him, his stupid ass little ponytail.
Oh, the little ponies.
Little pony's tail. And then here, we'll skip that and go to this one. More Marv. Marv page. My guy. My little guy. My goober.
Kind of sassy with it.
Kind of sassy with it. Oh. I don't have the... Wait, hold on. Hold on. I know how I can do this. Hold on. I'm gonna do screenception here. Ah, fucker. Ow. When cords. Covered in cords.
Covered in cords.
I do. I like this one.
Yeah.
And little pouty dude.
It's like, okay.
Nope. There we go.
Yeah.
I need to point at this one because his tail. This is important to me. These are spines, like sharp spines. These are feathers.
Ooh,
with
okay.
there's spines in the feathers.
I see.
Okay. Okay. Now I need to
You
stop.
got pin bones.
I have to pretend that computer screen doesn't exist now because it's dizzying seeing it backwards.
No.
So he's my little guy. Do I have other? Yeah, that's my goobers.
Mm-hmm.
First, important.
I may be stupid.
I may be stupid. And now I'm going to be the third person to talk about dinosaurs.
Fuck yes, bro.
It's a dinosaur night. He's a lizard.
Lizard.
These guys have they're monsters. He's a lizard. I basically went, how can I make myself want to talk about him more? I want to think about him more. And the easy answer, besides he's a silly little guy, is dinosaurs. Is lizards. And the excuse is because he is Western themed and cowboy themed. A pretty fucking common dinosaur knowledge is that the Great Plains is where a shit ton of dinosaur bones are. So it makes sense to think about dinosaurs with him. and big lizards because desert. So I started off by thinking about his monster thing by looking at silly, monstery dinosaurs from media and stuff. So the 65 movie, most of them are fucking ugly. I hate a lot of the designs in this movie a lot.
Yeah, 65 was bad.
It's bad. It's a bad movie. But I like when silly thingy is four-legged silly thing that looks like it shouldn't really be four-legged. And their designs are really bad for a lot of them, but they are vaguely based on real dinosaurs. So this is here you go. This is the name of I think that's the name of it. Of what this big, like, it's in the movie, people were saying that like it was a T-Rex with long arms. It's not. It's a different animal. It just looks bad. And then my baby Indoraptor from Jurassic Park Dominion. Evil fucking evil thing. I love it. I love this long-armed handed freak. But again with this, long-arm handed freak is really close to an actual dinosaur, which is a class of a bunch of them that are called Megaraptoids. Megaraptoids are like velociraptors, but put the foot killing on their hands and make them like massive, basically. So it's like how Jurassic Park velociraptors weren't actually velociraptors. Are they supposed to be like Deinosuchus, I think? But they didn't want to name them that because they thought that the name wasn't like mean sounding enough. So they called them velociraptors, even though they are not. The closest thing that Jurassic Park velociraptors are to is probably like a Utah raptor. Which are also scary and massive. Those would look you in the eye. They're big. But not as big as a Megaraptoid, which they're a scary thing. They have big ass claws on their hands that they actually thought to have actually used as hands, because the way that their skeleton is showed that their shoulders probably had like very great flexibility in them, meaning that they could grab stuff and bring it up to their mouths to eat it. Which, one sec. Oh god.
We're in the darkness, by the way. Okay. Welcome back.
Dinosaur rant. continue.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, so Megaraptoids, scary. Pick things up and put them in their mouths. Awful thing. Also big, like you, like look over you, big. Some of them were very big. Also I was thinking about silly little friend, but then I very quickly stopped thinking about them. Him again. And then very fun Megarapoid, the Maip. Its name is literally Maip.
Oh yeah.
Maip has been very big the past couple of years.
I think you sent me a video on him.
Yeah. He's been very big the past couple of years because they've been finding new stuff about them in their big fuck ass hands. Dropping things over here. The remains are found in South America, and named after some god. But they're big guys. And I was like, I really like their like head shape and them big hands. And I also like the arm. I like this shape. Thing that looks like it can be standing on its back legs, but it stands on four. I like the shape. So silly guy. A silly guy. So I started trying to do more things of just like, yeah, doggy, but it's not doggy. And then more like, feathers with like spines mixed into it. Just big lizard, big doggy. I think, yeah, then I have more. So then, big doggy. And it's just like, I don't know, I think the long arms that are like unnaturally long to body shape is just like a little bit of the like body horror-ish, I guess. That I like. Or it's not, which not like, I don't know. I guess to some people, yes. I just consider it a little weird looking. Oh, wow. So they're doing this. The big ass hams, but also still big claws on the back.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Big danger lizard. Big danger lizard. You go scream. And stupid ass face. So just my silly guy. That's it.
Wow.
Yippee.
Dino's World.
Dino's World. My silly's man.
Silly's
My
man.
sillies, man.
My silly's man. But yeah. That's what I got.
Yay!
Yay!
Man, oh man. I like the dynamic he has with Edie.
Speaking of that dynamic, why was one of the purple wines? Is he gonna kill Edie?
No, it just wants to eat.
What?
I
wants to eat.
think he sees Edie as like one of those like little tiny shaking dogs.
Basically. Yeah, basically.
That was one of my questions, was have the Guardians ever tried to, like, I don't know, overtake Edie?
Is Edie gonna get cooed at some
Or are they gonna be, like, smited by Lilith?
Yeah, I was just gonna say no, because then there's the threat of Lilith and her husband's if you do that.
Her husband.
don't want to fuck with the only thing more powerful than you.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's very much like she's a small shaking dog to him. To other people, to like general public, she's not. But the general public is like, big scary lady.
What the?
Big scary lady that's running a group of bigger, scarier people. And bossing them around, so...
The bigger, scarier people look some kind of mix of, like, bored and almost insulted.
Yeah.
So it's
but
not
they
a
still
secret.
do what she says.
It's not a secret that Edie is Lilith's daughter.
No. That's her baby. That's her. That is her perfect little baby.
It's her angel.
Her little baby.
God.
Yeah. Yippee.
Yippee!
I think
Yeah.
I think I will do part 2 for my next one because I didn't
Part
get to. There's a lot more things about it in my brain that I didn't get to put down.
Yeah.
So
The further look of things.
I like all the dino investigation.
Yes. I'm happy that there are dinos.
dinos are a win. Dino win.
Dino win?
Yeah,
Dino
we
win?
had 3 whole dinos.
Super Dino World?
Super Dino win.
Super Dino win.
Sorry to say, I think I have any dinosaurs in mind. Just funky dragons.
Makes me want to
Dragons
go and
count.
play Turok.
Dragons count.
I have dragons that are not flesh and scales. I have other things. So,
Not sure if that passes. We might have to destroy you. We might have to reduce you to sludge, just so you know.
I mean, I didn't
Kind of
say they don't
embarrassing.
exist in the world. They're out. The
We
flesh
might
and
have
scale
to
ones
reduce
exist.
you to sludge.
You'll never see
Really
them in the
embarrassing.
books.
Pal, can I
The
have
books
this?
won't talk about the flesh and
of
scale
course,
ones.
of course
Can I
you
have
can
this
it.
separate?
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the
Yeah.
doodle?
I
That's a
need
good
that.
doodle.
Also, I've been trying to get rid of the autism alien, so it's not like blocking Lyra's
No, that
information.
dude fucking lives
No,
there.
you're fine.
I
Don't worry
can't
about it.
erase
My
him.
notes are done.
He
The
lives
dude
I
Leave,
fucking
don't-
lives there.
leave him. I
I-
like him.
I can't
vital.
erase him.
Mascot.
Mascot.
Oh, Grint.
Grint.
Basic. Yay!
Yay!
Short and sweet night.
A short and
Everybody-
sweet and very, very efficient night of
Yeah.
presentations. I'm happy with what we have done. I'm
I
excited
agree.
to see.
Efficiency was maxed.
I am excited to see what we shall do next time. I really have to go to the bathroom.
You said that like you looked over and like you saw a version of yourself in the bathroom.
It's like she's being
Oh.
chased.
Oh, I don't like that. Just brought up a really weird image in my head that I've had before, and I don't like that.
Ew, ignore it.
Yeah, I'm ignoring it.
But
Bathroom
that's
clone.
cute. That was cute.
Very good.
Very goo. MJ's was very goo.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Many goo in that.
I want to play test it. I want to be a tall person that's just a whoever
Tall freak.
tall freak
Yeah.
that's like a radiation wizard is the only word that's coming to my mind right now.